I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Thanks. Now, if we could have a moment of silence, please, to do with it. Thanks very much. Again, good morning and welcome to this commission meeting. Today is the first day of November of this year. Wow. The first item on the agenda is the approval of previous meeting minutes, those being from October 25th and 27th, respectively.
Make a motion to approve.
Second. Have a motion to approve by Commissioner Henson, second by Commissioner Boland. All in favor say aye. Aye. And we have approved those minutes. Now we have a request for information and discussion by Hope Ranch of Missouri. Here today from Hope Ranch is Dr. Lee Parks and Sheriff Gary Telke. You have the floor with which to inform us.
I thank you for giving us the opportunity to speak with you all today and kind of talk to you about the program a little bit. Dr. Parks is going to elaborate a little bit. I've been on their board of directors and the trustee board for quite a few years now, and along with Judge Davis and Judge passed away recently. Great asset. He had the same vision, about Hope Ranch basically that we have. I started my law enforcement career in 1970 and been involved in just about everything you can think of over the years. Part of that has been running a jail. Ran 28 years as sheriff, and I was chief deputy 8 years, so that's around 36 years of being in charge of a penal or corrections center, basically. Over those years, you see a lot of inmates coming home. Some, they're just do not change their life. They're criminals. You also see a lot of them come in there that you kind of wonder why are they. And anybody in law enforcement is always trying to think of ways how to improve it, how to reduce crime. And, you see a lot of ideas that come up over the years that some have helped, some don't. But when you look at a lot of these inmates, try to understand why they're there. What happened in this person's life that made him go down this road. A lot of them really have talent. It's amazing what they, a lot of them are very artistic and what things they make in jail, basically, there's something to try to get out. But you wonder how did they get here? There's kind of a common denominator when you look back, and it's family structure. Entertainment media, things that entertainment media so much over there. And video games they play now, the music they play now, that's the influence of their life. And if they don't have family structure there, they grow up. When you look at the families that they come from, I don't know how many times my deputies have responded to domestics and came back and said, Sheriff, he said there were some kids in the house while all this was going on. Very, very violent situation. Comments, these kids just don't. And when they're exposed to that constantly, that's the way they grow up. That's their form of living. That's what they're used to. When you look at life in general, we learn when we're younger. The way things that I learned over the years were from my parents and family. And obviously, I had great parents, very positive attitude. But these kids don't have that. But we send kids to school. That's so they can learn when they're young. And before I retired, I'm sitting there thinking, ways that would change. How could we fix it? And one of the things they came up with, a lot of counseling. It would really be nice if we had something, where kids would be mentored 24/7, that have the talent, but don't have the family structure. You know, it would be nice to have people that 24 hours a day. Like that, get them away and give them a good structure. And probably about a month or two before I retired, Dr. Hope came in and was telling me about Hope Ranch program. And that's exactly what I was thinking of. It really helped. Start wondering, there's all kinds of programs out there for repeat offenders. And if I don't want to get started on this, we'll be here all morning. You know, the Department of Corrections have come up with ideas that they for the early release, all this sort of thing. But again, these are people that are set in their ways and change them. In some cases, it's very difficult. Most of our kids, you know, spending and focusing on that period in their life. To me, that's the way it needs to be. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of funding out there for that. So that's what Hope Ranch does. It works with the kids, right and wrong, gives good structure environment. And to me, that was a no-brainer. They asked me if I wanted to work the program. So I signed on. We got Judge Davis part of it. It's underway now. It started, and, but unfortunately, like every other organization, you got to have funding. And to me, this needs to be a nationwide program. There needs to be a focus on working with our youth with similar programs and start working with them. We met with a lot of representatives, senators, and told them about our programs, hoping that somewhere along the line somebody's going to say, "Well, good idea. Let's send some money that way." So that's kind of what we're here today. We met with the commission before when we were getting started. I'm kind of reiterating some of the things I've said before, probably. But that's Dr. Parks is going to kind of talk to you about the situation we're in now. We do have students at the facility now. They're starting to build the gym. So I'll let her take over there and talk about the program. Again, thank you all for giving me an opportunity to speak my piece.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'm Lee Park. I'm a retired student. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Good to hear your lovely voice.
So I'm now the board president, and I'm also and we've given an ARPA grant to you all. We're meeting yesterday. What we are hoping to do is get the first phase fully functional. Ranch was planned to have therapeutic school plus the home. Therapeutic school helps some of those things that Gary was talking about, where kids might learn. It has a stable environment, and there are worry about or any number of, and it's hard for them, and they never reach their full potential on their own. Is what you think the whole world. So Hope Ranch is set up to do family style homes, school, counseling, wraparound counseling, whatever they need. Attention to their parents and engage them in service learning so that they learn and enjoy giving back to what part of it. So the take home is for me to you that our budget is set up for a place like we had great plans when we set out and we thought we had all our ducks in a row. We had money set aside for school, we had the money that comes with. We had 6 months of funding for the startup, which was in the spring, and then we COVID. And it really felt like the grant, which we foster, and that is an informational meeting and talk. It's for those other kids as well. The school is going to help a lot more kids in the long run because these for extra help. The teachers that are very experienced with their all of those kinds of things don't help you when you're in school. So they are much more foster. So school is going to help kids, their families, the district, overwhelmed, and the county itself. What we are going to be doing in school that's regular school is that small classrooms so that they can get the teachers. What we also will be telling them things like how to get a job, how to register to vote, how do you find insurance when you get it, how do you find it. Right now we're offering them the idea of how to get records. They can get a permit, but yeah, you can't get insurance. So that's something that we're talking to children's organizations in the country. So bottom line here is that things techniques that we're using in our foster program we're using in the school. Everybody at the whole branch is doing the teaching family law. So kids are doing the best they can with the school. They just don't have the skill. They're scared, angry, depressed, and make much of it. But the interpersonal skills that can allow them to understand their emotions better. They can control those life is whole life. We're teaching them about skills. And we try to do that with opportunities so their confidence and their hope for the future. They can. So we believe that the school is doing all in different all of it. We are now running out of our startup money, and we're going to have to get into the school is half built. It has a roof, and last I saw it, 2 sides, and a bunch of windows. And a really expensive storm. So we're asking for money to school, money, but it's going to be a long time before we're getting revenue from the school. School is really important because the state doesn't pay very well for the law, especially now the referendum. We've changed all the rules on this, and the rollout period is 6 weeks sometimes. But they're trying, and we're trying. It's a long, hard road. So that's much.
All right.
Thank you for your consideration.
Well, appreciate it, and appreciate all you guys are doing, because it's definitely a recognized need throughout the country, much less this county. And you guys see the direct results of this action. Very positive. Appreciate that. And right now, just for your information, all those applications for ARPA funding are in the hands of our consultant, who is gleaning through those and will forward those to the county for consideration.
No, I've been talking to you.
You've been in touch. I know that. So thank you very much, Dr. Parks and
Okay,
Gary. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, to the action items of the day, the commission orders. 2022-386 is a commission order in the matter of approving and authorizing execution of a permanent easement deed. This is for Virginia Truck.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And we have passed the utility easement. Next is commission order number 2022-387. This is in the matter of approving and authorizing execution of a permanent easement deed. This is for Kevin Breedemeyer, again, a utility and roadway.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And the third road easement, commission order number 2022-388. This is in the matter of approving and authorizing execution of a permanent easement deed with Dennis R.T. Scally.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And we have approved. Commission order number 2022-389 is in the matter of approving and authorizing execution of a memorandum of understanding between the American Red Cross Territory 3 of the Missouri and Arkansas region and Franklin County.
Approve. I'll second.
Have a motion by Commissioner Boland, second by Commissioner Henson. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And we have approved the MOU. Commission order number 2022-390 is in the matter of accepting and approving the recommendation of the Franklin County Transportation Committee and authorizing the expenditure of the transportation sales tax revenue accordingly.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Henson, second by Commissioner Boland. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And we have approved. Commission order number 2022-391 is in the matter of approving and authorizing execution of supplemental agreement number 6A to the professional services contract with Cochran Engineering. This is for an amount not to exceed $9,000.
Approve. I'll second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And we have approved. Commission order number 2022-392 is in the matter of approving the consent agenda and all the items listed thereon. We have one item, and that is a liquor license for the Pasta House.
Approve. I'll second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, and we have approved all commission orders for the day. Next is discussion items and reports. Are there any elected officials wish to bring anything to the commission's attention? Any department heads have anything to bring up publicly? Commission discussion. I have none either, and I'm sure the clerk would appreciate it. Just tell everybody to make sure and vote. We won't meet next week. And go easy on your election, Jeff. How's that, Tim? All right, thank you. I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.